That's it. That's Twice Dead. Patrick, I assume this is your first time seeing it?
Why do you assume? Was I not clear several times when I talked to you and told
This
you
is your
I
first
hadn't
time
seen
seeing it? So
Yes.
how did you like it?
I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought, like I said, I thought the supernatural elements of the movie weren't that good, but I thought this was an interesting structure for a haunted house movie where most of the time the threat isn't the haunted house, it's these punks. It's like a fun punk revenge movie, and then just the ghosts get involved in the end to save the day. I thought that was kind of interesting and entertaining, and it's a way to make kind of lame supernatural ghost story stuff actually kind of interesting. I thought the last act of the movie, so pizza scene on, I thought was very entertaining. I thought the movie was a mess before we got there, but the payoff made everything worth it.
Yeah, I do agree. I don't think the movie was necessarily a mess. It was just kind of like a bog standard movie where not much was happening, and it was just kind of like a stupid B movie with a very weak plot. But I think you're right. Like from Pizza Scene onwards, I thought it was done really well. I enjoyed it a lot, and I laughed a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I laughed that much. I laughed at the electrocution scene because I thought it was so stupid, and I thought it was stupid how long she kept going on top of him when he was clearly dying. Like, I know that's like a fun thing, and I think it was just they wanted to get as much nude Charlie Spradling as they could, which I can't say I blame them.
Yeah, they're like, we'll pay you an extra $50.
I thought it was weird that, oh, I guess she's dead now too. I'm like, wait, what is that? Wait, maybe she wasn't in ecstasy earlier. Maybe she was also dying.
But maybe she's just a bad actress.
She's not the best, but that's fine. I don't know. I think the director, Burt Dragon or whatever the fuck his name is like, listen, you're dying, but we got to make this look as much like a porno as we can, so you're going to be excited. It's like, okay, whatever. I think she nailed it. But no, the movie is not great. It's not bad. It was unique. It did something different, whether you look at it as a fun twist on the haunted house genre or a fun twist on the youth crime, like youth gangster movie, like Class of 1984. Either way, it's a kind of a fun twist of genres or a mishmash of those two genres together. I will say, and I was thinking this, I did not know, you did the trivia, you told me that those two actors, Whitlow and whoever, the brother and sister, that they were dating. Mm-hmm. I did not know that. I was going to say, though, that their chemistry felt more boyfriend and girlfriend than brother and sister. And, it's because he's, like, protecting her from, like, other guys, and he doesn't want her to have sex with this guy. And it's like, that could be brother-sister, but something about it just felt boyfriend-girlfriend.
I was actually going to ask you that. I totally forgot, because I read that before I watched the movie. So the whole time I'm like, oh, yeah, they're acting like they genuinely like each other. You know what I mean? Like there's something actually going on there. And I didn't know if it was just me or whatever, but I'm glad to know that you kind of backed me up on that point without knowing it.
Yeah. So what did you think of the movie overall?
I liked it. I don't think it was a great movie, but it certainly wasn't bad. I was actually surprised at how well it turned out for being what it is. It was an interesting take.
What do you mean? How well it turned out for being what it is? What is it? In I guess is what do you mean?
Well, on paper, it sounds absolutely ridiculous. Two teens are terrorized by a gang and live in a haunted house, and then a spooky ghost helps them take out the gang.
It doesn't help them. It takes out the gang on its own. The kids don't really do anything. The last time the kids do something to kind of one up the gang is when they glue a alien penis on the guy's stomach, and that's like the last thing. Everything after that it's all ghosts.
I'm just surprised. Like, I think a lot of it was played pretty straight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was definitely a B movie, but it didn't feel like there was no terrible acting in it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that made you roll your eyes and groan and be like, oh, fuck, this really is a B movie.
I actually thought some of the acting was decent. I thought Jonathan Chapin was good as Crip. He is not one of the strengths of Halloween 5, and believe me, that movie doesn't have a lot of strengths to speak of, but he was not one of them.
Well, and even like the parents in the movie, they were good.
Well, and they wrote him off as soon as they could.
Yeah, well, maybe because those two were like, I don't want to be in this fucking movie anymore. I don't want to shoot for 6 weeks. I've already been here for 3 days.
Oh, yeah, Brooke Bundy had to go meet her new daughter in Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the recasting. So, yeah, she was busy. That came out in 88, same year.
But I don't know. I think I just expected a lot less from this movie, and I really loved the supernatural intervention in the end. And even just, like, the dumb ways that the ghost helped Scott out throughout the movie, like starting his car and waking him up when his sister was being kidnapped. I don't know. Like, it was pretty alright. Will I watch it again? I don't know. But it's certainly not one of the worst movies we've covered on this podcast.
Yeah, I think what it is it's a somewhat lame ghost story that's enhanced by basically being a supplement to a different story that I thought was a little bit more interesting, if even a little dumber. Because it's kind of like, it's just, this gang doesn't like them and they want to one-up them. There's a little bit more to it because we get the twist at the very end, but you and I both agree. It's not a great movie. It's definitely more interesting than it might have been. Mm-hmm. I think it's more interesting than had it just been a straightforward haunted house movie. The haunted house was the B story.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Really, it was the B story, and I thought it made the A story stronger, or the A story made the B story stronger. I think both those things are true.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with that.